Van Blog Diaries 4.
I want to cut his...
cut 7.5.
I want to cut his painting in half. Just because it doesn't fit anywhere unless it's cut in half.
That's a stupid idea.
Wow.
Just think about the breeze that we can get coming through right now.
Because it's
Arctic
not
swell, mate.
It's not cold enough here.
Alright, so today we
We did nothing.
No, we made long-term and
I
short-term
slept
goals.
until noon.
Probably shouldn't show you too much in depth. Because
there's some incriminating
evidence.
He drew phalluses all over it. He learned what phalluses were today as well.
So what are our long-term goals, Jolie?
Definitely like to increase our followers and our presence on social media. I think at the end of the project, I don't know, it's kind of hard to set figures like that because I don't know, it just seems like such a vague and because we have no idea really what our reach is going to be or our audience is. I mean, it's quite broad and hard to narrow down, but you know, I think there's a few niches that we cover. So definitely we're going to have to direct content towards those niches. And I know we just come up with a figure, and I don't know how we got that figure, but the figure is 100,000 followers on each platform. Yeah. By the end of the...
I guess the biggest thing is just like we have a set goal, and then from there we can track our progression towards that goal after, right? Yeah. So we know exactly like, all right, you know, by Panama we're only on 16,000 or something like that. It's like, you know, it's not, that's pretty good, but we're not actually getting there.
We need to pump it harder.
Yeah. Maybe we're going to invest more time in
this. And we have no idea because like, I think a lot of it is going to be through our networks and cross-sharing and cross-communication. And
exactly,
like that.
right.
So
and it's still...
We never know. We might hit one sponsor up and they might, you know, share us on their platforms and they might have 3 million followers and we get 100,000 like that.
For sure.
And we have no idea and we're like, oh, we're under. But then we might not get that and it might just be like such a crazy outlandish goal as well. So, I mean, my background definitely isn't in marketing. Yours is more in marketing, Keegan. So I guess you could probably understand that goal a little bit more.
For sure.
Me. Yeah.
But I guess for what we're looking at, like goals, they need to be, you know, within reality and they need to be a somewhat genuine goal, and I think this is 100% achievable.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
And it's a good goal. Yeah, like 100,000 people. That's
a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. Like I think that's, you know, when you compare all the other like vlogs that are out there, all the other people that are doing this kind of journey, like that's not impossible. Mm-hmm. It's one of the better and it's one of the highest standard ones, but yeah, it's definitely not impossible. And yeah, why the fuck not us? If other people are doing it, why the fuck not us, right?
By the way, this bed is so cozy. Like, I don't want to get out of it. It's cold outside. It's probably like, I'd say 5 degrees outside Celsius and 30-something degrees Fahrenheit. And it's raining, so it's pretty fresh. So it's pretty hard to peel ourselves out of it. The whole, I don't know, nature of what we're doing right now. It's really foggy, really wet, really cold, and we have a huge solar array just capturing 500 watts of solar right now. So it's enough to keep us alive, but that's about it. We're not going anywhere anytime soon.
All right. We want... I mean, the main long-term goal is to make it to Tierra del Fuego. But a less Portuguese accent.
He says it with more, like such a Portuguese accent. Tierra del Fuego. Fuego. Tierra del Fuego.
We want to speak in fluent Spanish.
Spanish.
That's a big one.
Espanol. Get rid of the French and the Portuguese.
Yeah.
And we're both going to streamline into the Spanish. But I think that's good that we both have some sort of Latin base for our Latin basis for our language, so it's going to be
easier,
and we have resources like Arturo, who you might have met before. I don't know if I introduced you guys to Arturo. We were pretty deep in the build phase and I was all over the place, so I wasn't doing too much media, but he's down in Central America. He's in Mexico City, helping out on the project as far as the Latin America market goes, and also Gabriel Arocena. He's another guy who actually helped with a lot of this woodworking here. Well, he built a lot of it. We did it together, me and him, but he was definitely a huge help in making this a reality, and he also loves to impart the Spanish knowledge too. So we have resources available to us, as well as Keegan probably knows a few people who speak Spanish and whatnot, right? Just a few.
Dozens.
So, dozens.
Dozens.
He knows dozens of people. Not tens, dozens.
Definitely dozens, I'd say.
And I have Babbel on my phone and
well,
a subscription and all that sort of
and we're going to be living
We're going to be, well,
thick in the midst of it.
That's a little while away, a couple months away. 6
Maybe
months.
longer.
Maybe longer.
maybe less. Don't know.
If it rains like this, it's going to be a little while.
Can you see the rain? Oh wait.
No,
There's
you
more
can't.
timber.
There's a wood. So Keegan's upset at me because he's got a big board in front of his window, but there's no other place to put it. It's for a door. We don't have hinges to hang the... these are the things we're dealing with. We got 2 hinges.
I got a third.
We got 3 hinges. 3 hinges. We can do 1 cupboard. Maybe.
All right. We want to have built and kept solid relationships with all our sponsors and you guys, our fan base.
Yeah.
Have a massive following. And the long-term goal, is to build those kind of long-term relationships, ones that will continue to last and help prosper and develop even after we get out of this box, this fridge. Get on to the next one. The documentary production finished. All our drafts finished, all the actual filming completely done, and after we can start our post-production, which is a big feat. But by that time, we'll be experts.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that we're going to have to approach some pretty good people when it comes to that put together. Because I have no idea. I mean,
or you guys approaching us.
Yeah, exactly. I have the techniques, I'd say, to capture and produce the footage, but then post-production, I mean, that's when you need someone with master skills in film editing and directing and all that sort of stuff. There's going to be things that we need to interviews that we're going to need to do and all sorts of stuff that needs catching up. But that's a long-term project, and I think that's, for me, that's one of the biggest legacies of this whole project is that documentary. I've always wanted to sort of work in documentary in that style of communication, and I'd love that to be a legacy project of this entire project, is to tour a film that's dedicated towards the ideals of how we use energy and the battles we're facing as far as the surface of this earth goes. It's gonna be amazing. So working through that long term. By the time we get to Tierra del Fuego, we'll probably have it written. We probably have most of the footage, the bulk of the footage captured. There'll be some touch-ups and stuff that need to be done, but and then it'll just be all post-production. Maybe that will be our job until we move on to whatever it is we move on to next. Life. Alaska. Come back to Alaska. We're going to come and find...
actually making a Pluto bag.
What's his name? Hadwin?
Grant Hadwin. Yeah, we're on the search for Grant Hadwin.
Grant, if you're watching this, I doubt you are.
You're a fucking legend.
You're a legend.
You're a cunt.
Why'd you cut the tree down, mate?
But fuck me, but fuck, you got some cool stories.
Yeah.
Alright. We want to... our health... 5 health. So 5 physically, 5 mentally, and our poos also to be 5 out of 5.
You want to know what it all is today? I'm a 4, and between 3 and 4. My poo came out like a patty. It was like Mr. Whippy.
Probably ate it, you disgusting little shit.
Poo, I think, well, so I've been eating a lot of meat lately, and which is good and bad.
But doesn't that make your shit hard though? Oh no, because now you're eating less meat, it's going sloppy.
Exactly. So whenever I switch to a bit of more of a vegetarian diet,
scientist,
more vegetables, my poos turn into a bit of a Mr. Whippy. So maybe that will balance out. But I think that's what's going on there. It's not because I'm sick. There's a lot of things going on, actually. Could be stress. Me and Keegan got stuck into a super serious D&M yesterday, actually. And I was going through a bit of, I'd say, I don't know, what would you call it? Maybe depression. Just the moment I was having some existential realities facing me, and it was kind of hard. So we had a bit of a D&M yesterday, and we were talking about, mentalities and where I'm at as far as this project goes. And I think a lot of people watching probably don't realise how tough that has been on me. Because every single thing... Oh, we're about to run out of battery. Every single thing to do with this project has had to come through me so far. And it's been really... I mean, not to say that there haven't been amazing and awesome people who have helped out, because there have. Everybody has chipped in and really made this possible. But the pressure that has come down on me, and I'm starting to sort of gauge that and realise that now. And yeah, I just need some time to rest and get my head back into the game mentally, and yeah, sort of get out of those low stoops and, well, just go through those low stoops and realise what's wrong and move onwards. But yeah, all of that has an effect on your physical health as well. So possibly it could be the vegetarian diet that's making my poo runny. But it could also
be like, that's my fault.
But it could also be... No, it's not. I chose to do that. But also, like, the stress and anxiety of this project and all of that sort of stuff too could be really affecting me physically in that way too.
We want to have a clear direction of... I mean, by the end of this project, we want to know kind of what's going on next. And I feel like by that stage, there'll be opportunities and networks and things that come up that is just like through the roof that we'll just have to explore and chase down and figure out what to do next.
Definitely on that, like this project, I guess, it hasn't been going for that long. 3 months, I'd say. 3-4 months is max. It's been in my brain for like 2 years, like for a really long time. So it's good to see it all coming into fruition. But in the last couple of months, I've been speaking to everyone who's been involved in this project. Keegan's sort of only just come on board too, so it's good to see him firing the way he is. He's really helping out, and that's one of the beautiful things about this project is through the diversity of people involved, they all bring something else new to it. But I was talking to Brett Beelan about that, and when we first started talking about, getting this thing off the ground and running, Brett said something to me and it really sparked, like, it was like, whoa, that's so true. And it was like, be careful what you wish for, because like, I reckon, well, I have a feeling that at some point in time we're just going to be in over our heads with offers from people, and we're going to have to pick and choose, and there are going to be some hard decisions about the direction. And woohoo, what was that?
What could that have been?
I don't know. It did not sound good.
Like a bear?
A bear on the roof?
Like a bird. Do you reckon we should check that out? We should probably check that out.
Do you think a bird, like,
just died? Just suddenly just died?
It just died and landed on the roof? But it landed on the actual roof of the van. So did something collapse? We got to go check this out. I was so comfortable. Now we're going to get cold again.
That was loud, eh?
It was so loud.
Oh, we gotta